you're the girl that poses like this, no more. C'est fini. C'est fini. No more. By the end of this video, you are going to be a pro. You're going to be posing like a pro, okay? Because I'm a pro. So now you're going to be a pro. Hi queens, welcome back to my channel. Venance here for the best branding, business and content creation tips. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video. Into this video, it's all about how to level up your confidence in front of the camera. I'm going to show you the 5 best poses that every single girl need. Okay, let's be real. I know that sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming posing, especially when you don't know what to do. You can feel a little stiff. You can feel a little like you don't know what to do with your hands. So many of the queens that I work with, they don't know as well, and they feel like they just don't know how to pose. If you don't know how to pose, I hope that these 5 poses are really gonna help you get started, because I feel like as a woman, as a girl, as a queen, as a girly, you need to learn these 5 poses. So I hope that these poses are really gonna help you really level up your poses. The first pose is the triangle, okay? Triangle pose. You always want to create some type of shape with your arms, shape with your legs. So for me, if you're gonna put your arm on your hip, make sure that you're giving that triangle pose, okay? You gotta create some type of angle. Do this with every type of pose that you not all the time, but if you're gonna do any pose like that, you always gotta think that you want to give some type of space, okay? So if you're gonna put your arm on your hip, make sure you're giving it the angle. If you're gonna do your legs, make sure that you also do the same thing. I feel like it makes you look elegant. It really makes you look natural as well. I feel like when you pose like that, you don't look like you're forcing, because your arms are already going to do that, but you actually have to think about it and actually position your arm or your leg or however. Like you can even put your arm on top like this, but make sure that you're also giving that, that triangle. The second pose is the S curve. This is my favorite pose. Like sometimes I even put my leg out and I drop my hip, and that's going to create those curves, to make you look a little bit more curvy, to make you look a little bit more like, like you got body, so that's my this is my go-to pose. If I'm gonna do a pose, I'm going to do the S curve. Make sure when you're doing this pose as well, you really suck your stomach in and push that hip out. Really push that hip out, because that's how you're going to look more curvy, and it's going to make you look more flattering, okay? It's going to really flatter your outfit as well, especially if you're wearing a bodycon dress like I have right now. This pose also elongate your frame. It makes you look tall, it makes you look curvy, it makes you look natural. This is the third pose, which is the fake walk. This is my go-to pose. Actually walk. I know here I'm limited on space, that's why in the video I couldn't really walk, but when I do this pose, I actually walk so that you can actually catch me walking. And you need to do a bunch of these. Like if you're shooting with a photographer, you gotta take a bunch. If you're shooting with your friend with the iPhone, she gotta be taking a lot, okay? So make sure that when you are doing this pose, you are actually walking, like literally walking, not fake walking. You're like walking all the way so that you can really get the pose of you walking. The fourth pose is the angle over straight on. So the angle over straight on, like I love this side of my face. I usually don't do straight on poses unless I'm doing a portrait. Like if I'm doing a portrait, then I'm going to do straight on. But if I'm doing any like half type of poses, I always kind of like slant my body a little bit, because I feel like it makes you look a little better, especially when you know your angles. That's why you gotta practice. So when you practice, you're gonna know which part of your body is your go-to angle. So when you do it that way, it's really easy to do this type of pose. You're never facing straight on, but you are angling your body a little bit. I feel like this pose makes your body and your poses look a little bit more dynamic, and it always look good in my opinion. I feel like you should always do this, and remember to put your chin down. Don't like go like this when you do this pose. You want to put your chin down. If you're shooting with a professional photographer and you're someone that always putting your chin up because you're like, oh, you're uncomfortable, just bring your chin down a little bit, because it's gonna make you look better. Okay, chin down, and look at the lens and you want to smile. That's how you get that shot. Then the last pose, which is the prop game. You want to have your prop. So I do different type of props depending on what I have or what I'm doing. It could be the bag, it could be a phone, it could be your MacBook, it could be your iPad, it could be just anything. It could be a glass. So I be having props in my pictures, okay? So I feel like it makes the picture just look better. It gives it more, it makes it more interesting, especially when you're gonna be working with brands and you're gonna have props. It's really, really important to learn how to, you know, have props in your picture and pose with them. It just gives you something to hold, like especially if you're someone that you don't know what to do with your hands. I feel like when you have a prop, it also gives you something to do with your hands, okay? And then this is the last tip, which is a bonus tip, is confidence. My sister, if you don't have confidence in your pictures, how are you going to look good? How are you going to look good? You need to have confidence in your pictures, because I always say this, I can look at a group of girls that took a picture. I can look at it and I see the one who has the most confidence. Is the one who looks the most relaxed, the ones who know that she's the main character without screaming that she's the main character. Is the one that just looks the most okay? So you want to think like you are the main character, because you are. So whenever you're posing, always think that you're the main character. Even if you're taking with other people, just make sure that you know that you're the main character. Because if you don't have confidence in your pictures, babe, the picture's not gonna come out good. It doesn't matter all the poses that we just talked about. If you don't have the confidence in your pictures, you're not gonna look good, okay? So make sure you have that confidence in your pictures. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you need more help, make sure to join the Modelpreneur Members Circle, where I'm going to be coaching you more. I'm going to be helping you. And if you're a content creator, a model, or you just want to become a full-time, being part of the Modelpreneur Members Circle is going to really, really help you. Make sure to click the link down below and join for free. And I'm going to help you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know your favorite pose, your go-to pose. Out of all these poses that I just said, let me know your favorite pose, okay? Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, Queen. Mwah.